Modern Tantra pays homage, but also we have to like acknowledge is to some extent very different than Tantra in its original texts and form, and really is focusing on this radical change into being embodied in our sexuality and sex not being shamed and sex not just for reproduction as it once was.
Exactly.
Before we had this religious push shaming that, and it's just kind of bringing that back and bringing us back into our bodies.
And that's how you would say is like your experience of like the modern forms of Tantra.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm so glad you brought it up, because I think classically, people think of Tantra, they think like tantric sex, they think that, and that is an element of it. But people forget or are just totally unaware, like, oh yeah, I mean, it's Tantra is not yoga, but it's like just like yoga is more than just hatha and stretching. It's this whole set of vehicles to raise our consciousness. And I once had Tantra put to me as Tantra is the belief that that divinity can be found in the physical.
Divinity can be found in absolutely anything.
Yes.
You can find divinity and sacred. You can find brushing your teeth a sacred act. That is a ritual. That is something that you do that is a consistent ritual. And you can tie that down to your sexual energy even. And eating is a very sacred act that we do. When you take it and treat it with that sense of divinity, have you ever just been so hungry? And
yes.
You feel like you're on an episode of Naked and Afraid and you're like, oh, I really need some protein. And and then you finally get that bite and it tastes like the best thing you've ever eaten. I think the best spice is hunger, but
yeah.
And it feels magical. You maybe get those goosebumps. It feels divine. It feels connected. In that moment, you're connecting with your energy. You're connecting with your body. You're connecting with how that makes you feel. That is part of Tantra.